Hello everyone, this is Sresh from SkyMount, and today's class we are going to see how to change the thickness of the wall, how to place the wall, and how to change the height of the wall. Okay, so let us start. So very first thing, whenever I'm placing any objects in Revit, whether I'm placing a wall, whether I'm placing a door or any type of any component, I'll be going to floor plan level 1. Okay, so I'll go to floor plan level 1, and whenever I'm using any option in project browser, to go to that particular option I have to double click on it. Okay, so I'll go to level 1, I'll go to architecture, I'll drop down wall, I'll select wall architectural. So after you click on wall architectural, by default you will get a 200 wall that is there by default in the project. Okay, but I'll be using a 9-inch wall for my main wall. So what I'll be doing here is I'll be changing the thickness of the volume. Okay, so how many number of walls are required, like different thickness, like for example 9 inch, 4.5 inch. Okay, so before placing the plan itself, what I have to do here is I have to create the thickness of the walls and I have to keep it here. Okay, so that no need to create it again and again while doing the project. So here what I'll do is in property window I'll click on edit type. Click on edit type. Now next here I'll click on duplicate. So now what is duplicate here? Okay, so duplicate is nothing but like you're creating a duplicate new copy of the same wall. Suppose if you don't click on duplicate and directly if you click on edit and if you'll change the thickness of the wall, what will happen is the 200 wall will get replaced with the 9-inch wall, and also you will not be able to recognize the volume. So if you click on duplicate, what you can do is you can give the name of the wall, and also you can create a different copy of the wall. Somewhere in the future in this project you may use 200 wall. Okay, so whenever I create a new wall, I have to click on duplicate, I have to give the name, and then I have to edit the thickness. So now here I'm creating a 9-inch wall, so I'll give the thickness as 9 inch. I'll click on OK. Next here I'll click on edit. So now here in thickness column I'll be changing the thickness of the wall here. So I need a 9-inch wall. So what I'll do is I'll create a 9-inch wall. So just click on OK and OK. So you can see here in the selection bar also it will show you as basic wall 9-inch. Similarly, if you want to create a 4.5-inch wall, again you need to follow the same procedure. Okay, so again I'll click on edit type. Again I'll click on duplicate. I'll give the name as wall 4.5 inch. Next click on edit, and here I'll change the thickness as 4.5 inches. So next here, whenever placing the plan, if you want to use a 9-inch wall, if you want to use a 4.5-inch wall, you can just drop down the selection bar and you can just select it here like this. Okay, so let me select a 9-inch wall here. So next here you're having the types of draw tools. So like you're having line, you're having rectangle, you're having polygon, you're having circle, you're having arc, okay, you're having pick line. So similarly there are n number of draw tools here. So suppose if you're taking line, you're not going to get a line, you're going to get a wall in the form of line. Okay, so I'll select line here and you can see I'm getting a wall in the form of line. Okay, so here it will give you the dimension. You can see as I'm moving the wall, it is giving me the dimension of the wall as well. Okay, or suppose if you want a specific value, you can enter the specific value and you can place the wall here. Suppose if I take rectangle, you will get a rectangular, like you can create a room directly here. If I take polygonal, here you can give the number of sides and then you can place a polygon here like this. Suppose if you want a circular, then you'll get circular wall. If you need arc, you will get an arc shape wall here like this. Okay, so here what I'll be doing is I'll be using just a line here. So let me take a line and I'll place a room and I'll show it to you. So here what I'll do is I'll start placing it from here. So whenever I place any plan, it should be within these 4 views. Okay, so that I'll get all the 4 elevations visible for me easily. So here what I'll do is I'll start from here and I'll place my room here. So for example, my hall is living is 15 feet by 16 feet. But the thing you can see here, the wall is getting merged inside the wall. Why? Because the location line is being set as wall center line. Okay, so what I need to do here is whenever I place a wall, I need to again set the location line as well. So here I'll click on single escape. So in Revit, whenever you want to finish any command, you have to click on escape twice. Okay. So if I click on single escape, still I'm in the wall command. What I can do is I can just drop down this location line. So I use three location lines here. That is wall center line, finish face exterior, finish face interior. Let me select finish face interior, exterior. I'll select the endpoint of the wall. But now you can see the wall is coming inside. So now what I'll do is again I'll click on single escape and here I'll select it as finish face interior. So you can see it is coming from interior to interior. So now here I'll give the dimension as 16 feet. Now just imagine if you need a 4.5 inch wall here. So again I'll click on single escape, I'll drop down the selection bar and here I'll select it as 4.5 inch. And again I will continue placing my wall. And you can see here I guess you might have observed that is the edges will get joined automatically by itself in Revit. Okay, so no need to trim it again. Okay, trim or extend it, so it will get joined automatically by itself. So next, after you place a plan here, next let us see the 3D view of the plan. Okay, so I have already placed my walls here. So what I'll do is I'll see the 3D view of the wall. So what I'll do is, as whenever I take the first 3D view option in the project, I won't get it in the project browser. I need to select it from the quick access toolbar. So I'll click on default 3D view here. So the next time whenever I'm taking, it will be coming from here itself. So you can see here, this is how I have placed my wall here. So here I am orbiting the screen here. Okay, so you can see the rotating of the screen is called as orbiting. So if you want to orbit the screen, you can use shift and scroll bar and you can orbit it like this. Or you can just go to the view cube, or you can go to the UCS WCS icon and you can use the left click and you can rotate it like this. Okay, so now the view you are able to see is like hidden view. Okay, so this visual style is called as hidden lines. So I will change the view to realistic view. So how to change it? So I'll go to the status bar here and here you're having an option of visual style, which has been kept as hidden lines. So just click on that and make it as realistic. So you can see you're able to see the realistic view of the wall now. Like this. Okay. So now here, whenever you are placing any wall, the walls will be coming by default at some height. Okay. So that is nearly 25 to 20 feet height. Okay. But I don't need so height of the wall. So here what I need to do is I need to change the height of the wall now. Okay. So now here, let me go to the elevation. And here you can see here, my level 2 is at 10 feet. So I exactly need the wall up till 10 feet here. So what I'll do here is, I'll select all the walls which I want to change the height. And here you have the option of top constraint, which has been kept as unconnected. Just drop down this and keep it as up to level 2. Just move the cursor outside the screen. You can see the wall will get cut off up till level 2. Okay, so this is one procedure you can do. Or what you can do here is, you can just select the wall and you can enter the value manually by yourself. That is 10 feet. But here the option top constraint should be kept as unconnected. Now suppose if you are doing some compound walls, here I have a level, so what I did is I made it as unconnected up to level 2. Now whenever you are making any compound walls and all that, sometimes what happens is, if you don't create the level here, what you can do is you can just select the wall here and here you can make the value as unconnected and you can give the value as 5 feet, 4 feet. So how much ever is your compound wall height, you can give the compound wall height here like this. I'll select this, I'll make this as unconnected and I'll give the value here as 4 feet. Okay, similarly if you want, even you can give the base constraint also. Suppose now from the base, if you need at some distance height, like if you want a 6 inches height here of the wall. Okay, so I'll just select it and here I can give the base offset as 6 inch. So I'll give it in the positive value so that it goes up. Suppose if you give it in the negative values, then it will go down. Okay, so for example, if I give as -6 inch, you can see it is coming down here from level 1. Okay, so this is how you can play with the height of the walls here, okay, by giving the top constraint and the base constraint for the walls. Okay, so this was all about placing walls, how to change the thickness of the wall and how to change the height of the wall in Revit. Okay, so in next classes we will be seeing how to place a plan by importing AutoCAD file or by just placing my plan manually by myself. Okay, so thank you everyone. For more videos you can like and subscribe the video.